Hi, welcome to The Monitor. I am Peter Rubin, senior editor at Wired Magazine. This week we're going to talk about Prometheus. We're going to talk about a couple of video games that turn your world upside down, but first we are going to talk about a comic book. Specifically, Mind Management. It came out on Dark Horse Comics a couple of weeks ago. It's by a guy named Matt Kindt, who's done a couple of other great books in the past. It's about a mind control agency that's shrouded in darkness and secrecy. Matt did the art and the writing himself, and it's kind of chock full of codes and puzzles, and there's a little bit for readers to tease out on their own. Actually, before you read number one, which just came out, is going back. Dark Horse actually released 3 free prequel episodes called Mind Management: The Secret Files, and they kind of give you a good backdrop, a little bit of context for issue 1, so it's not quite as oblique as it might be otherwise. Definitely worth checking out, so get it through the Dark Horse app or at your local comic book shop. But to talk about these video games I promised, we're going to go to my correspondent in the field. All right, thank you. So I am at E3 this week, and E3 is kind of a strange time to release a video game because everyone who really cares about video games is concentrating more on the news of video games that will be coming out. Yet, Namco and Saber Interactive are finally releasing Inversion, which was supposed to be out earlier this year, got delayed for graphic polish reasons and player experience reasons, but is finally out. It is a sci-fi third-person shooter adventure game in which you are able to invert gravity, hence the clever name. This is weird. Sorry, a little woozy. Played it last year. It's changed a lot since then, probably visually as well. But there's fun to be had. Not saying it's a must-buy. I am saying it's worth a little time. Summer tends to be a little fallow for video games, so check it out, rent it, GameFly. If you like it, buy it. But that's not the only game that's out. Next week, Gravity Rush is coming out, but only for the PlayStation Vita. So if you have a PS Vita, you're in luck. If you don't have a PS Vita, then you are like most people in the world. But Gravity Rush is arguably one of the best titles to come out for the unit so far. It is an adventure game with a big puzzle element in which you are able to control gravity within the game using either the fancy gyroscopy thing in the PS Vita or using your traditional button interface. Now, it actually reminds me a little bit in a weird way of Fez, which came out a couple of months ago, the fantastic Fez for the Xbox Live Arcade, in which you kind of get through levels and solve puzzles by putting a spin on things and getting a different perspective. Gravity Rush works much the same way and really is a lot of fun and has a great kind of manga-ish influence. Being Japanese, that's not so surprising. But anyway, I'm going to try and figure out what's wrong with my semicircular canals. Back to you. Okay, thanks for that, I think. So Prometheus is out this week, and as you well know, or as I hope you well know, it is the prequel to Ridley Scott's Alien universe. In particular, he's back this time, which is great, directing the movie. The movie was actually co-written by Damon Lindelof, who was so heavily involved with Lost throughout its run. But Prometheus kind of goes back a number of years and sets into motion the events that found us so screwed on board the Nostromo in the first Alien movie, and then the events that, of course, play throughout. It's been getting kind of a mixed reception among critics, at least, but fans seem to really love it, and you got to go in with your eyes open. Ridley Scott created 2 of the most fantastic and enduring universes in 80s sci-fi, being, of course, Alien and Blade Runner. And from the look of it, this really deserves a shot. In fact, I'm going to give it my haiku review of the week. Ridley's world is back, and I'm excited. Even if Fassbender stays clothed. I know, disappointing, even for me. But that's it for The Monitor. So come back next week where we're going to have all the best in pop culture, as always. But until then, inspirational catchphrase here.